Hello there, and welcome to From the Writer's Desk episode 4. My name is Ethan Blackwood, and I'm coming to you today from the north of England where the sun has gone down now, but it has been one of those bright winter's days. It was cold. It required me to wrap up, but the sun was out, and that gives always a positive feeling, I think. From the Writer's Desk is the weekly catch-up where I talk to you about what I have been doing in the last week as an author, how my writing is coming along, what milestones we've crossed, and what is coming up in the week ahead. So we've got some fun stuff to get through today, so let's just start right with the beginning. It's a very good place to start, and we'll talk about NaNoWriMo. Now, I released a video last week. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's about NaNoWriMo, the whole history of it, the controversy surrounding it. It's all why they had to close their doors. And the end of that video, I say, and as a result, and talking about it, I'm going to do NaNoWriMo. I'm going to try and write 50,000 words in a single month and a full novel. And so that started yesterday. Today's day 2, and it's gone pretty well. I'm opting to do 2,000 words a day, so that'll be about, and if I didn't mention, I'm also live streaming it all, the whole thing, the whole process. So 2,000 words a day, which works out roughly 25 live streams. Maybe it'll be a bit more if it needs to be a bit more, but I'm planning on taking a few days off here and there. Tomorrow actually being one of them, but we started that, and it was it was good. I'm feeling good about it. I've planned it quite heavily, the novel, so I kind of know where I'm going, and that is going to help because I never usually do that when I start writing these things. I just sort of let the wind take me where it goes, and then I always end up running out of steam. Today was one of those days where I had a bit of a late night last night. Maybe consumed a bit too much alcohol with friends, and I did not feel like writing at all, but I turned up, I did the live stream, and that's one of the things, that's why I do a lot of this stuff. That's why I say that I'm going to do a lot of this stuff. That's why I put all this stuff online, because it keeps me honest, it keeps me writing, it keeps me in check. And so that is now underway, and there will be almost daily live streams. I'll put the dates and the times of the streams in the description. So if you want to come and write along with me, then you are welcome to do that. Another thing, so I mentioned last week I was having a chat with James D. Mills. I did that chat. We spoke for about 2 hours last Monday, and maybe if you go and subscribe to his channel, that parts of that discussion may be coming out on his channel soon. So he's a great guy. I had a great time catching up with him. And I think we had some interesting conversation. It's hard to know when you're in it what is coming out of your mouth, but I think it was okay, and I think there's some good stuff in there. And so hopefully that'll be coming out soon. And go and subscribe to James there if you haven't already. I'm looking over here. This is my list of things that I've got to tell you. The other thing that happened last week, which is a weird thing, and sometimes this can happen on YouTube. You post a video and nothing much happens, or it does okay, and then it sort of plateaus and then fades away. But every now and again, one of them gets another burst. And I made a video about Obsidian a few months ago, and it took about, I would say, 2 months maybe, or six weeks or so to get to 500 views. And then in the past 2 weeks, it's jumped to over 1,000, and it's still climbing. And I think there's some interest in that video. And I think the reason is that I have a very particular system with Obsidian, and I built some plugins for it so that it's become like a really cool ecosystem for me. And you'll be able to see partly that setup on my live streams. And the thing of it is, and people have been asking for some of the plugins that I make, and I want to give them. I want to do that, but I think they only work well if they are integrated into the system that I write in. So I know the way I write. I know the way that I set up documents and files when I'm writing shorter and longer projects. And all of my tools are kind of built into that system. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting together that kind of workflow into a whole package. The plugins, a little document, a little markdown document of like how I write, how I set up documents, and how that helps the whole system. So I'm going to start working on that. And that's going to be one of the things that launches with the final thing I've got to talk to you about, which is I also started on my website last week. It's one of those things I've been putting off. And I don't know, I had a spark of inspiration last week. And so I got cracking on it. So it's not a small project. It's going to take a while, but I'm excited about it. I've got some fun ideas for the direction of it. And as I say, it's going to be a place where I can share things like these larger like writing workflows and plugins and things like that. So there's a lot going on, and I do that to myself. I do take on a lot, but I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling motivated at the moment to kind of forge ahead and with some of this stuff. So that's kind of the update of what happened last week. In terms of next week, on Wednesday, I haven't done a review in a while, but I picked up on a whim a few weeks ago. You actually see it on a video in this channel. I went around a load of charity shops and I was looking for science fiction books, and I picked up a copy of Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And I was just looking for something to read the other week, and I picked that up off my shelf, and it's very highly rated. And so I read that in a few days. I burnt right through it, and I just had a lot of thoughts about it. And so I thought what I would do this week, I haven't done one in a while, and people usually like them when I do them. I will do a review of that. So that's going to be coming out on Wednesday. And of course, we've got the live streams throughout the rest of the month as well. All right, so that's that. Let's do a quick writing update. So you can see here, we've started NaNoWriMo, and so this has ticked up a little bit. The word count went out 43,000 words. Novels has gone to 25%, of course, because we've started a new one. Short stories are still at 4. You know what? There are a couple of stories there that I've started but haven't finished, and I just need to work out time to finish those stories and maybe get that up, I think, to 6 or 7. That's not going to be good, and I've done no submissions, unfortunately. If we just click through here to projects, we can see that I've started a new project here. Asteroid Tomb is the name of my novel, and it is a kind of juvenile pulp sci-fi adventure in the style, maybe in the not maybe in the style of, but sort of inspired by Robert Heinlein's juvenile young adult books. And then if we go into progress here, you can see that this week I wrote a total of just over 4,000 words. 2,000 words Saturday and Sunday, which is NaNoWriMo. So this should be my biggest month ever in terms of writing right at the end of the year, and that should help to bump this word count up here to the 90s and maybe hit that 100K goal, which would probably be the most I've ever written in a year. So that is the writing update. And that is basically that's the video, I think. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what have you been up to this week? What are you working on? Are you doing NaNoWriMo? How is your life as a writer? Let me know. I would love to hear it. So I'll see you on Wednesday for that review of Red Rising, and I'll see you in the live streams if you come and join me, and I'll see you in episode 5 of this next week. So yeah, have a great week, and I will see you when I see you.